Music. On October 21st, 2025, about 9 days ago, a storm formed in the Atlantic Ocean, and they named it Melissa. You should know that whenever a storm forms anywhere in the World Meteorological Organization gives it a name so they can track it more easily and call it by name. They pick simple names that everyone can remember and pronounce easily, no matter the language. So they named this storm Melissa. Music. As soon as Melissa formed, it started heading toward the Bahamas. The further it goes, the stronger it gets. It's gaining power. If you've seen videos of these storms on things and stuff, you know that Atlantic hurricanes form near the equator, just off the west coast of Africa. Then they start moving, usually heading toward the Gulf of Mexico. Melissa does exactly that. It keeps moving forward until we get to day 4, October 25th. Even though it hasn't reached the Gulf of Mexico yet, it goes through rapid intensification, which basically means it suddenly gets way stronger. Music. These countries and islands are in the path of the storm. There's a storm coming. Everyone's watching Melissa closely to see which way it'll go. Will it head their way or turn the other direction? Predictions said it would go toward the Bahamas. Basically, the Bahamas and East Florida had prepped themselves big time, expecting it to come their way. But then Melissa suddenly intensifies and changes course. The driver suddenly takes a sharp left, and instead of going north, it veers west. And where's that heading? Jamaica, which is its own country. Winds are starting to hit that island at 295 kilometers per hour. Like it's really tearing through there. We can say that one of the strongest storms in history has hit Jamaica and is about to cause chaos. You might not believe it, but experts estimate that Melissa is the third most powerful tropical storm ever. That means throughout history, only 2 storms have been a bit stronger than Melissa. You probably know that storms usually lose strength when they hit land. They gradually weaken until they die down. But Melissa, while it's already swallowing half the island, still has 90% of its strength over the water. Since Jamaica is pretty small, this means not only is the storm not losing power, it's actually getting stronger. You should know that the eye of the storm, that's the center, which is the strongest part, is where Melissa's eye hits Jamaica. This eye leaves nothing behind for the island. After hours of tearing through Jamaica, the storm finally passes. Let's pause here and see what's left of Jamaica. Money, 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 money. These boats aren't homes. They've been lifted out of the water and flipped over here. Who's gonna fix all this? It's not a rich country, after all. They say Melissa caused over $22 billion in damage to Jamaica, more than any other figure. The country's GDP. It's going to take years for Jamaica to get back on its feet unless other countries step in to help. See these power lines? You gotta understand, Storms like this aren't like earthquakes that just hit suddenly and cause all the damage. They give you hours of warning before they arrive. That's why people kind of get ready, head to shelters or safe places so the storm doesn't kill them. Official stats say 44 people have died so far and 10 are missing. But unofficial numbers say hundreds have died. It's true for a storm this powerful. The death toll is low, but imagine 90% of the people on this island are homeless now. All the houses are wrecked. Sure, most of the homes were shacks, but people still lived in them. Music. Anyway, the storm finally leaves Jamaica and heads back over the water. It hasn't lost much strength and is still moving with the same power towards Cuba, a poor country with no proper infrastructure, no money, and no preparedness. A terrifying hurricane hits Cuba, which, as you know, is a communist country and very censored, so not much news has come out. But from the few videos that have been released, it's clear what's going on. Cuba got hit really hard too. The number of deaths and the damage reports haven't come out yet, but experts say over 730,000 Cubans are homeless and have lost their homes. But it's not just those two countries Melissa has damaged. The storm also seriously hit Haiti and the Dominican Republic, causing even more damage. Dozens have died, and many more are homeless. Right now, as we're recording this video, Melissa has moved past these islands, passed by the Bahamas, and is heading north. That means toward eastern Florida, where they've been preparing and waiting for the storm. They were totally unaffected by the storm. You can see the storm's path. It's supposed to pass right by the Bermuda Island. Though, I don't think it's strong enough anymore to actually hit Bermuda. The further north it goes, the weaker it gets, and eventually it just dies out. In other words, the storm's over. Phew.